charismatic, exotic, and bullish.
Premium, quality, unique.
The brand personality is brave, authentic, and unexpected.
I think when you talk about Lamborghini in racing, you've got to go right back to the start, 1963. Ferruccio Lamborghini formed the sporting element of Lamborghini through after the sort of the industrial design stage of their heritage. So it's got a very distinctive history in the sport from that point of view.
But we were not involved in motorsport because Ferruccio Lamborghini, the founder, always said, I don't have to prove anything on the racetrack because I'm going to build the best road legal cars in the world. We think that times change, so around about 15, 16 years ago, we decided to enter motorsport. First, we did the one-make race series in Europe, then Asia, and also in the Americas, and it was very successful. We started with the Gallardo, and then we went on with the Huracan. And then we decided that we are brave enough and mature enough also to go into GT3. So with the Huracan coming up, we did it, and it was the right decision.
When you talk about Lamborghini in international racing, you always think about customer programs, and to an extent that's continued, even with Hypercar, the link up with Iron Lynx and forging their own path in the World Endurance Championship. In addition to keeping that customer ethos that they have, of course, with the Iron Lynx and the Iron Dames in the LMGT3 with the Huracan model as well.
A couple of years ago, we decided also to go into Hypercar. And this is the biggest engagement we have in the history of Lamborghini in terms of motorsport.
The Hypercar program for us, it's a very fundamental step for several reasons. First of all, for sure, we are a brand that is, at least in the last decade, committed very much to the motorsport. And we were looking for the next challenge. And the next challenge that fits also to our brand strategy with the hybridization.
Because our strategy is moving into hybridization, so all the lineup is hybridized. And with Hypercar, this is exactly what we see. Then, together with WEC and IMSA, we are covering worldwide scenery, and it's good for our clients and customers. And then there is also a cascade process of things you can learn for the street legal cars.
The Hypercar program is on one hand for sure proving that we can also, let me say, be competitive in this top league of motorsport, because it's the top league of endurance racing. For us, it doesn't make sense to go in another league that is, let me say, a B category. If we want to go on the next level of motorsport, there is only one opportunity.
WEC Championship is obviously, very professional, very competitive championship. You have some of the best competitors here, drivers, teams, manufacturers, and definitely having the chance as a driver to compete in this championship, it's a pride.
Brand like Lamborghini has chosen the WEC because of really two elements. The first one being the freedom in which category that it races in, both. The freedom of choosing which suppliers and chassis builders and constructors to go with. So it gave them a lot of different avenues, different opportunities to exploit its racing program and its brand through, which I think is probably the beauty of the recent regulations with Hypercar.
We always said that there must be a similarity between street legal cars and the race cars, so GT3 and Super Trofeo was the initial idea, so to be recognizable. And within Hypercar, we did the next step.
This is always a thing that we are following in our motorsport cars. We always try to bring also our design DNA that is typical for Lamborghini. You have a typical, let me say, side view, the line. You have the inclination of the greenhouse. You have a little bit, let me say, a little bit sharp edges. This is typical for Lamborghini, and it's clear that also in the development of the LMDH car, the SC63, look at the headlights, at the taillights, the Y shape, but also the edges of the Hypercar. So we are quite proud on the result, and I think it's clearly recognizable as Lamborghini.
The first time that I saw the car, I thought that the car was looking amazingly good. It definitely has clearly, the Lamborghini, some Lamborghinis, design details that you can find also on the normal road cars. And I actually find the racing car absolutely beautiful.
They came from very different origins. They employed visionary designers like Gianpaolo Dallara, who designed the famous Miura road car. And I think they wanted to keep a little bit of that kind of mystery. They were a very exotic manufacturer, and I think they wanted to stretch that into sport, but they did it through a customer basis, which is a very different model to lots of other manufacturers who had factory teams. But Lamborghini went their own way.
My heart was always touched by Lamborghini because Lamborghini was so a kind of spaceship in the traffic. And also I have to say, where I'm coming from, you never saw a Lamborghini in real life at this time. I saw the Lamborghini on the poster. And now to work for this brand, for me, it's clear, it's a dream is coming true, it's fantastic.
I think that we are still unconventional, and therefore I think that it's a unique and very different brand.
Alfa Italian, you're obviously looking at the Italian manufacturers, and Lamborghini is probably one of the most premium and most well-known Italian manufacturer around the world. Obviously, to compete now with Lamborghini is something that is definitely very special for me.
For us, it's therefore even more exciting that we have now the opportunity to add also to start this new chapter for Lamborghini. And then let's see what will happen in the future. Perhaps it will be a very, very long chapter, I hope.
For the next years, we have positioned our brand in a very good way because we renewed all the lineup. So with the full hybridization, we did something which is both looking into performance, on the presence, awareness, and image of our brand in the last 2 decades. Also for the future, with a name like Lamborghini, it's important to stay in motorsport.